apostates, heretics, and heathens. Oh my! This week I thought I would do something different for this episode of Cultastic Variety Show. Because this cult is very cartoonish, what a better way than to portray them as cartoons? Why don't you follow along with me on this week's episode?
What does the governing body want to tell you, children? That we love you.
Oops. Sorry, kids. No candy here. Just a lifetime of worshiping the governing body. It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh, no. It's just Garrett Loesch telling parents that they should get their children baptized at an early age before they have an opportunity to learn how to critically think.
Parents have arrows. They have their children to aim at the target for a relatively brief time. And what is the target? What is the goal? For your children to become wholesome, dedicated, and baptized servants of Jehovah. Oh, Jehovah.
While there is a war raging in Ukraine, and here in America there is a war raging on our bodies and our autonomy, we have Joffrey Jackson, who is encouraging people to go back to the kingdom halls. And not only that, there's no reason that you still can't go out and do other theocratic things like preaching door to door while a war rages.
So refreshing. One 7-year-old girl said, "I have never been more patient in my life than waiting to go back to the Kingdom Hall for 2 years, being able to resume additional theocratic activities." Now for the rest of our update, we're going to talk about the situation in Ukraine and Russia. Brothers and sisters in Eastern Europe have had a wonderful share in the ministry despite war and the pandemic. We are deeply touched by their godly devotion.
We are so deeply touched that you stay silent and politically neutral while your friends and family lose their rights. Leetle D and Leetle Dum are simply just encouraging us to remember that Armageddon is right around the corner.
We are in the last of the last days.
So the events unfolding around us are making clearer than ever.
The end is just around the corner.
We're living in the final part of the last days, undoubtedly
The Great Tribulation.
the final part of the final part.
Keep on the watch.
Shortly before the last day of the last days.
Mark Sanderson would like to remind us all that we can enjoy each other's culture through food and dress, but respecting other cultural differences could only serve to divide us.
We love to be introduced to different kinds of food, different styles of dress, and interesting customs. How wonderful! But what if we started feeling that my race, my tribe, my ethnicity, my culture is superior? Can you see how that kind of thinking would divide us? To preserve our unity, we need to focus not on how we are different from one another, but how we are the same. We are Jehovah's Witnesses first, not African, Asian, North American, South American, or European.
Just become one of us. Think like we do, talk like we do, act like we do, while the world burns around us and we do nothing about it but give money to the governing body and spend our time spreading their word and their law around the world. And that, my fellow heretics, is Cultastic. Thank you for joining me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please leave a like and click the bell so you can know when I do other weird and entertaining stuff. Have a good one.